Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to have a little bit more fun with some of these battery powered air pumps. Now last time you might remember we tested out the Pro, and I was actually amazed with what this can do, how well it works, and that it's not just some internet trick to get you to buy one. It actually is worth every penny that you use, and I now use this a lot more than I ever thought I would. But I was curious, if the Pro is that good, how good is the Master? So today we're gonna unbox the Master, see what's in here, and then test it out to see how it compares with the Pro and what are the differences between the two. All right guys, stay tuned. So right off the bat, the Master comes in a much bigger box. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what comes in here. Should be a whole bunch. Of course, we have a user's manual, which I will put to the side and try not to use. We'll see how well that goes. Comes with a nice little box that has stuff in it. If I can figure, you do have to be smarter than the box. I'm not. All right, we've got a power connector for if you're using this with your car, you can plug that into a cigarette lighter. A whole bunch of different connectors for this unit. There is the connector so that you can do beach balls or soccer balls, basketballs, all of those things, and a connector in here so that you can do tires for your car. All right? That's what's in that box. Here is the Magic itself, which is the main unit, and we can see it has quite a bit of diversity on this end compared to the Pro. And that's because if we want to just pump up tires, we can use this one. If we want to inflate like an air mattress or pool toys, we can use a large tube that goes on there. And then this one is the suction. So the great thing about this is if we want to actually deflate those pool toys or that air mattress, you're no longer trying to squeeze it out, you can use the deflation. So that's going to be some of the main differences between this Master and this Pro. Now this Pro is great for the vehicles, but not so good for the other stuff. All right, so we've got the Master unit. That's all in there. More packaging. Get rid of that. More packaging. And just like I was talking about, this is the hose that will let us do stuff like beach toys. It will do mattresses, anything that needs large volumes of air. That is what this is for. Here we have the one that will let us do car tires. It will also allow us with the needle adapter to do anything like balls and soccer balls, basketballs, footballs, all your balls. You got it. So we've got both of those. And then what is this? This is the carrying bag, which I really like. At least it'll give me a place that I can put all of the different adapters, the different fittings, those can go all in there. It'll hold the actual unit and the larger cables. So everything that you need for this will fit in this bag and be ready to go. I like that. I also like the smell of beach balls, which this has the smell of. So that's kind of cool. All right, the next thing that we have to do is test this out, figure out what it does and how to use it. Let's look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out and see what it does. We just hold the power button to get it to turn on, and then we can see that we are greeted at the car menu. We can also go through bicycle, high flow, we've got high pressure, pump down, we've got the inflatable tent, we have paddle boards, surfboards, any of those type of items that might need anything. We have the inflatable mattress. We have the balls, so basketballs, footballs, soccer balls, any of those, and then back to car. Now I'm going to show you what each of these does, and by having it in there, it automatically gives you a range that you can be at. Now, if you don't have the range that you want on any of the specific ones, remember, we can go to the high flow or the high pressure, and it'll pretty much allow us to go anywhere in the range that this unit can. Now, the chart that I put up there shows you exactly what each different setting will let you range it at, and then it will show you what it is capable of. Now, you may remember last time I used the Pro on the NASCAR and we put 24 pounds in it. For this one, we could do 24 pounds, but on the car mode for this one, it starts at 26. So I say we just put 26 and compare it to how long this takes compared to the Pro. Let's see. All right, so just like last time, we're going to hook up the valve, and just like last time, it's at 0. Of course it is. So here's where we have it set to 26 PSI. What I'm gonna do is I am going to push the button and let this thing go at it, and I will compare it to the last video where it took like 8 minutes and 26 seconds to do it. Let's see how long this one takes. Here we go. Set it and forget it. All right, guys, we just hit 24, which is what we inflated this to the last time. It's gonna go to 26. So this one's about 1 minute 30 seconds faster than the Pro. It is a bigger unit, so you're getting a little bit more airflow in there, but it does seem to be a little quicker, which is nice to know. All right, we made it 26 PSI. It did its job. All right, guys, so I'm gonna reiterate something I made in my last video. This does not replace an air compressor. This should be used for small things like just inflating your tires. Obviously that air compressor can do a whole lot of other things, but I will tell you that this is way more convenient than pulling out my air compressor, letting that fill up, using the inflation tool that I have to sit there and hold, because I can just put this on, press the button, forget about it, come back when it's done, and I'm at the PSI that I want to be. So this really does have a need and a necessity here in the garage, and it fits that. I mean, it does it so well. Okay, so last time we only focused on car tires. This time we can focus on inflating some other stuff. I think that we should try an air mattress. All right, so I have here, I've got a mattress that we're going to inflate. I've got the bag just because I brought everything out of it. And as you can see, it's got numerous valves so that I can fit it right up to here and find the one that works best. Now, obviously, you've got to look at it and go, okay, that doesn't make a good seal. That doesn't make a good seal. I already tried, and this is really a nice feature of these. There is a rubber grommet on these. So when you find one that fits on there and seals, you're good to go. Now, this is super easy to attach right to the unit. That's hooked up. Now that I've got that hooked up, I can hook this side up to it. Super easy. Let's go ahead and put these back in the bag because we're not going to use those, but we don't want to lose those. All right. I don't know. I'm just going to unroll it like that and see if it'll do the rest of the work for me. Turn my unit on. This time we're not going to go to car. We're going to do inflatable mattress. Press that. Doesn't have a lot of PSI range. Maybe that's good. It's got 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Let's just start with 0.3. See what happens. Hook this back up. Make sure it makes a good connection. I don't even need to hold it. That is absolutely perfect. All right, hold on. I'm going to try to do this without losing too much air. Obviously, that's... Oh! All right, so this channel just turned into an OnlyFans. Just joking. All right, I have to say, that's pretty amazing. That is super quick. It took like 2 minutes to blow this up, and I didn't have to do anything. Once again, one of my favorite things about these units is you plug it up, press a button, let it do its thing, and then you're done. I don't have to sit around. I don't have to hold it in there. I don't have to do anything. But there is one more thing that this does that I definitely want to try out, and that's getting all the air out of this. Now, of course, when I pull this, it's going to deflate on its own. So I'm going to let it deflate on its own, just like you would normally do. But every one of us knows the struggle of trying to push all the air out so that I can then fold this back up and it can be that compact little size again. So on this unit, we can unplug it here. We can hook it to the bottom section, which is pumped down. So excited to try this part, I don't know why. Press and hold the power button. Just turns it off. Press and hold the power button to turn it on. And then we can select pump down. I'm just going to hook this up like we had it before so that that is in there. That is good. Let's press it. Oh, this is too cool. And just like that, it is more compressed than when it came from the factory and you had it all rolled up. I love this thing. I love it. I know I get too excited over gadgets and things that are tech related, but this is cool. This little unit does a lot for it to be so small, relatively inexpensive, and just a good unit to have. All right, I'm gonna roll this up, put it back away with the camping supplies, and then we're gonna talk about a few things. All right, so I have to say that HOTO does a great job with both of their air compressors. They're both portable, they charge up, they hold a charge for a long time. I love both of them, but you have to ask yourself, what is it that I'm looking to do? If I'm only looking to do car tires and occasionally a basketball, then the Pro is probably gonna be your best bet. It does all of that, it does it well, it's in a smaller, more compact size, and I love it. Now, if you are someone that does more activities like pools, camping, kayaking, all of those things, plus you have a car, which we all do, then the Master is the way to go. It will take care of every one of your needs. You don't need any power. You don't need to plug into anything. You don't need a pancake compressor to do all of your air needs. This one unit will do it all. Now, remember that this one is a little faster than this. Obviously, they can put a bigger compressor in the bigger unit, and it does more. It can actually do high volume, where this one only does the high pressure. Both units work extremely well, and I will link in the description below to both units. So, the only question you really should have is, which unit's right for you? All right, guys, hopefully you like, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.